Good morning, Flosstube. It is early Monday morning, April 15th, tax day for those of us here in the United States. And I'm a few days overdue coming to speak with you, but I wanted to share this week before it got any crazier so that you would know what had been going on. I need to let you know that my poor Roxy is in her pace the floor early morning mode, and no matter what I can do to settle her down, I'm not sure I'm going to be successful. She is not in pain. She is happy most of the time, but in her very old age, she does spend some time pacing, wandering, and we just let her walk. But I know it can be distracting when you hear that clickety-click of those little claws on my floor. I'm so sorry, but I think she may have settled. Whew. Here for us, this is Holy Week with Easter at the end of this glorious week. For those of you who celebrate, I hope it will be a blessed and meaningful time for you. It is always a highly anticipated time of the church year for our family, and I'm grateful, very grateful. If you do not celebrate Easter, I hope you can celebrate stitching with me today, as well as the couple of adult books that I had promised to review. So the big news on my channel is that my birthday has come and gone, and that special gift that I did ask for, that I wanted to do as a stitch along with my friend in Virginia, was gifted to me, and I could not be more excited. I even made a special trip to Daiso to buy some more project bags since I have not gotten mine sewn. No comment there. But I now am the proud owner of the beautiful Rosewood Manor Summer Quakers, and I want to show you all the goodies. We will start this stitch along tomorrow night. Hopefully we can video chat. So the beautiful, beautiful pattern is here. And the little card at the bottom is the place from which my husband ordered it, the Hobby House. Apparently he had a good experience. It was from eBay. But oh, these motifs, I cannot wait. Never have I had hand-dyed fabric before. And look at this gorgeous truffle, it is called. And it is also 28 count. So I guess I need some helpful hints from those of you who use hand-dyed fabric all the time. I hope you can see how beautiful this is. And it is a large piece, but very, very nice linen. Oh, my goodness. I don't even know what to think of myself. Look how beautiful. And then I think my favorite of the whole gift is this little box of Valdani threads. I expected this big old box looking at the pictures, but look how tiny this is. And these little skeins, oh, I've played with them like a child with a box of toys. Look at that. Now my understanding is we'll use most of this. You just use what comes off. It's a 3-ply. I cannot wait. Tomorrow night is the target date for us to jump in and start some Quakers. So if you've done a Rosewood Manor, send me any advice you have. Then the next exciting news is that we did a little bit more junking yesterday in a little town south of where we live called Waxahachie, Texas. Lots of darling boutiques and antique shops on and off their square, and it was a gorgeous spring day here. So yesterday after lunch and after church and all of that, we went down there and had a good time walking around with our son who lives down there. And in one of the shops, I found this little box. It's a very old little plastic box. And it said, antique scissors, peerless, 24 karat gold finish handles made in Germany. Well, of course that caught my attention. So I spoke with the lady about these, and I also asked her if I could have a piece of fabric to cut with them. They definitely need to be sharpened, but if these are not the most gorgeous scissors, and I don't see the word peerless on here, but there is the word Germany. Look at the little snips. Now, I've not been one to collect scissors, but for the price that she was asking, I had to have these. So the next time Joann's does a scissor sharpening, I will be in line ready to get these sharpened, and I cannot wait to use them. I want to find a better box to store them in. This one is cracked, but we'll see what I learn about my German scissors. I'm very excited to have found those. That's the only thing I found. My family found a couple of books, and my husband found a beautiful cut crystal bowl, but we've got to stop junking. Now, as far as stitching this week, I've had other things going on. There's been very little stitching. Even at work, I had things to do at my lunch, but I do have some beautiful progress to show you on my Moira Blackburn sampler called Country Cottage. And this was the one I purchased in Edinburgh and went back and forth about changing out the fabric. Ended up going ahead with a lovely linen that I got at Hobby Lobby. But I think I will use this again. And I had that package to show you, and now I don't know where I've put it. But it is a 32 count, and it is natural linen. I want to say it's Dublin linen, but I will double check that. But I cannot tell you how much happier I am with this on this color fabric, and maybe on the fact that it is my little linen 2/2. Lighting may not be good enough for you to see, but I started with the window here, which, excuse me, that's the door. You saw the door on my other fabric because I had done the door and the windows. And then there will be motifs underneath, and then that part of the alphabet. But I finished all that you see here. Love the flower section and the hearts, if those are not adorable. And then almost finished with the alphabet there at the bottom. I would have finished that last night, but I just had to try to get to bed. And then here in the very middle, I will put my name and the date that it was completed. This has been hard to put down, to tell you the truth. And to me, the colors show up better on this fabric, and I just am getting prettier stitches. So I'm very happy with that. I hope to have more progress to show you because this one is fun, which is why I did not do my birthday start, which was going to be the teapot kit that is a DMC kit, but it's okay. I know that will get a start before the summer is over because it is calling to me. I'm so sorry we're hearing Roxy again. Now, poor Mary got no love at all, but I will show her because we all are getting attached to Mary, and oh my goodness, it's all in the news since the movie, which I have not seen. I've heard mixed reviews. But this is Papillon Creations, Mary Queen of Scots, if you are new to my channel. And it is my project of passion, I'm calling it, because I'm in love with it. But I do think that the spring colors of that sampler just had to come out. So that's why I distracted myself. Okay, I'm going to try to hold this up with less awkwardness than I had before. So partial end of alphabet, Mary, the unicorn, the thistle, the French fleur-de-lis. Then we have, of course, the Scottish castle and the French palace. And her famous quote, "In my end is my beginning." I was trying to finish, excuse me, this motif here. So this week I'm committing to try to get that done. And I would love to finish this medallion here. You know how we are when our projects call us, or they don't call us, or at least that's how I am. It's supposed to be fun and relaxing, so I just don't force myself unless it's a gift and I have to. But to remind you, this is a 36 count cream Edinburgh linen, and it is absolutely like buttery soft. So I've loved every stitch on here. I was just tired of the red this week. That's the honest truth. The honest truth. But I recommend Papillon Creations. It's a beautifully done chart, and I will proudly keep working on Mary this week. I also worked on my peaceful countryside. That is my Charles Wysocki Dimensions kit. I did not bring it in. It's in my bag for work, but I am slowly finishing that top motif, and I promise I'll show that to you next video. This will be a short video today because I am ready for work and have a few more things to do at home before I head out the door. But I want to get my book review in because it has been a wonderful month for reading. The first book I want to recommend I have on my iPad because we did the audiobook, and so I don't have the book. But it is called The Colors of All the Cattle, and it is by the Scottish author Alexander McCall Smith. If you have not read any of his books, this series is the #1 ladies detective agency. It is focusing on the country of Botswana in Africa, and it is about a woman detective, all of her exploits, her assistant, her family. And this is way down the line. This is the newest one of those books. But if you have not read Precious Ramotswe, the #1 ladies detective, and you love characters and falling in love with a location, this will be your series. Alexander McCall Smith is prolific. He has written this series and 2 or 3 others, which my husband has enjoyed, almost finishing all of those. But I have not moved past the detective agency. I need to do that, but delightful. The Colors of All the Cattle. But I would start at the beginning, and the first one is called The Ladies' #1 Detective Agency. They get better and better as they go, so I cannot recommend that more highly. Her assistant is a woman also from Africa, and she will have you laughing and just enjoying interaction. So get that series if you can. Public Library would be a great source. The other one that we also used as an audiobook on our latest trip when we went to Florida is The Golden Tresses of the Dead. This is another mystery series whose heroine is named Flavia Deleuze. She is an 11-year-old girl in England who is a chemist and a detective as well. And you cannot fall in love with Flavia quickly enough. She's a delightful young woman. And of course, her family and all of her exploits carry you through this series. I'm trying to think of the first one in this series. You do need to start at the beginning. Oh my goodness, that's embarrassing. Well, the author is Alan Bradley. So if you look for Alan Bradley, you will get started on the very first one of these, which of course I cannot remember. But he always has a very unusual title based on a quote from some past work of literature. And I mean, Flavia is just worth loving and laughing with. Here it is. The first one is The Sweetness at the Bottom of the Pie. That's the very first Flavia book, The Sweetness at the Bottom of the Pie. And so start there if you can. They're delightful to read, but if you can get the audiobook, the narrator is perfect for this author's work. So there's my library fun. Let's read and keep our minds active for the few weeks. So I will close now, and I will send you blessings for Holy Week, lots of stitching love, And thank you for sweet comments and suggestions that you always send. If you're new, my name is Sharon. This channel is Magnolia Nana. I would love it if you would subscribe. If you have been with me a while, thank you. I consider you a friend and look forward to coming back soon, even if I just have a little tiny bit of progress on Mary as well as on my new Rosewood Manor Summer Quakers. Gotta show it. And I will be back soon. See you then. Bye-bye.